Yeah, so,
I got another pet.
So I got a new snake. Here's a little secret I've kind of been keeping from you guys for a very long time now. I've been talking to multiple breeders and to multiple people I know and trust, and I've been talking to a lot of you guys and just my friends in general. Everyone I've talked to about this has encouraged me to do this. They think that this would be a wonderful thing for me to do. And I've been talking about it for years. I've been thinking about it for years. I've been waiting for the right time to know that, like, if and when I decide to do this, I can be ready and I can make sure I give the snakes the best life possible, and that I can be a good place financially, and that I'll have the proper food source. So what I've been talking about doing has been breeding African egg-eating snakes. Many of you guys, many of my friends, many of the people I've talked to about this have said that if I ever decide to breed them, they'll buy one from me. There are like 4, 5 maybe egg-eating snake breeders out there that I know of. There probably are more in individual states and cities, but online I've only seen like 4, and they're always sold out. I've never seen them not be sold out. There are some on like Outback Reptiles and like Backwater Reptiles, like big chain breeders, and Triple L I think, that I don't want to support by buying one. And I also know that they tend to be very sick, they tend to be wild caught and then have all sorts of diseases. So yeah, I've been really thinking seriously about breeding Daisy Peltis for a very long time. And not just Daisy Peltis, I've been thinking about breeding bearded dragons. That was something I was considering. That would get very pricey though, to have to pay for feeders, and it's just a lot. The bearded dragon is a lot more at risk, the mom in particular. She can get egg bound very easily, and the surgeries to get the eggs cleared out of her system are very expensive. I think they can be upwards of $1,000, maybe more. That was something I talked about doing. My sister and I are still talking about this. We're not 1000% sure we're gonna do it, but we're talking about maybe breeding garters in the future. Garter snakes. We love garter snakes, and garter snakes are out in the wild where I live. So a lot of the ones that we find in stores are oftentimes wild caught, and it's just not the best situation for them. So we would probably order them from somewhere else that we know captive breeds their reptiles, then buy the garters and breed them here, just to add to the captive breeding for garters. That was something we talked about that's not off the table, but it would take a little while to get there. It would be a project we work on together. It'd be a little bit of an experiment. They do not lay eggs. They are a live-bearing species. It's definitely something that would take a lot of work, but breeding in general takes a lot of work. And just so you know, first of all, I know my stuff. I've done about as much research as I possibly can. And I've talked to egg-eating snake owners, I've been on forums, I have been on the internet in general, just like looking for information. I've watched what little YouTube videos there are, and then I've just experienced owning them for a little while now. I've done just about as much research as I can, because on Daisy Peltis, by the way, because there just isn't that much information about them. It would be an experiment, and it's something that I'm gonna make mistakes because this is my first time breeding snakes. Starting out with Daisy Peltis is probably, I know, is going to be very difficult, but this is very much going to be an experiment to see how it goes. I know my stuff about egg-eating snakes, and also I've helped deliver many litters of puppies. I know a lot about genetics in Daisy Peltis and snakes and dogs and bearded dragons. I just know a lot of stuff. So no, I've never bred snakes before, but I have helped breed dogs. So I'm not just like a brand new kid trying to breed a random snake that she already had. No, this is something I've been talking about and researching and discussing with professionals about for years now. So yeah, I should have baby egg eaters for sale probably sometime in 2021. So that being said, I have been looking for a male egg eater since January, and my local reptile store where I got Omelette from had a male, and I decided to buy him. They are both Daisy Peltis and Nornatas. Omelette is full grown, and this new little guy I'm pretty sure is full grown. He might have a little more growing to do, but and that's about how big they get when they're full grown, so he might have a little more bulking up to do, but he should be as long as he's gonna get. Males get much smaller than the females. Females get like 3 to 4 feet. Males get 1 to 2 feet usually. I'm gonna get him out real quick, but I will not have him out too long, and then after that I'm gonna let him settle in for about a week or so. He's in his quarantine setup right now. He will be going in with Omelette once he's out of quarantine. Ugh, is anyone else triggered by the word quarantine now? He's out and about in his enclosure, so I won't be like disturbing him or anything like that. Okay, so here he is. He's so cute. He's such a small noodle. Males are much smaller than females because females need to be larger in order to be able to carry the eggs. As you probably know, egg-eating snakes have bony projections in the back of their throats, right there about. That makes it so they can swallow the egg whole, crack it using those bony projections, and then drink the juices. And finally, once they've gotten every last drop out, they spit the shell out. Whoa, I'm so sorry. My girl is on Coturnix quail eggs and he is on finch eggs. Eventually he should be okay with eating button quail eggs, but maybe not. Some males are smaller than others, so it's kind of good. Everything worked out. I found a male in the perfect time of my life, might I add. By the time that these guys are ready to breed, even if they're ready to breed now, like the next year, the next 5 years of my life is open, and if all goes well, unless like something completely crazy and random happens, I will be able to afford their babies, I will be able to afford them. I have a finch egg supplier, and if, you know, they suddenly stop selling finch eggs or whatever, then I can breed finches. I'd like to not do that if I don't have to, because I don't really like birds, but I'll probably like them once I own them. Why do egg-eating snakes love using my glasses as a perch? Omelette loves doing that. It's so weird. They are arboreal, so they probably think my glasses are a tree. So yeah, be on the lookout for baby egg eaters. I'm so excited. Once I get the website built for, you know, my egg-eating breeding, once I get the website built, which should happen once he's out of quarantine, I just want to make sure all goes well. Nothing happens first. If he has any sort of weird disease thing that shows up in his quarantine, then of course I won't be breeding them. But he seems super healthy. He has no mites that I can see. He has no kinks. Obviously there's a chance that there could be some sort of hidden genetic abnormality, but so far I'm not seeing any signs of that. And as I've said 1,000 times, the first clutch will probably just be an experiment, and then if all goes well, you guys will be able to buy it from the first clutch. I have a few people that I know will be interested, that I know, that I want to make sure get first dibs. Other than that, you guys are free to sign up on the waitlist as soon as the website is built and as soon as I know he's out of quarantine, which should be about a month. And then after that, it shouldn't be later than July of 2021. I love egg-eating snakes. I feel like more people should have them if they have a source for finches and can take care of them properly. I think they're wonderful, wonderful pets. They don't have teeth and they don't eat mice, which are just my favorite things about them. They're very docile, as you can see. I just think they're so great and I can't wait to work with them and breed them. Let me know in the comments if you have any name suggestions for this little guy. I kind of wanted to go with Omelette. I was thinking Denver, like a Denver omelet. I also love the name Waffles. I love the name Cheerio. Oh, he tongue flicked my eyeball. That was such a weird feeling. I'm so excited. He's such a cutie. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any name suggestions you have for this guy in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for updates on this guy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!